In this picture, we look so confused.
And it's so nice because we are in live already, and I was just about to say that we are live, and you just told it. You just
Yeah, I just show you the picture. Both me and Savio look so confused.
I think it's alright.
All right. Let me send you the link for the video so you can send to people, okay? Are we live?
yeah,
We
are
are,
we?
right?
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
Now we are.
okay. Hello, people. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me well? How is the audio going on?
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty damn good actually.
Very well. So, people, yes, we are. Guys, it's nice to see you here one more time. My name is Teacher Leo. I am the narrator here of our game and class, which is called Belladonna. We've been going on for some time now, since April, more or less, and this is the 18th session, right, guys?
Yep.
But it's only the second time that we live stream it to so that people can watch it as we do this. I would like to one more time ask our players here to introduce themselves. Let's start with Gabi.
It's always me starting. I get a little shy. It's hard to believe that I'm shy, but I'm shy. Hi, I'm Gabriela. I'm playester, and I get every time more and more confused what I'm about to say. What am I supposed to say? Savio, please save me here.
Hello everyone. My name is Sávio Silva. I'm player of the Donatello Granchi, the Italian character here. I think I have nothing more to say. Well, hi, and well, I think we are here just to learn English. We'll try to practice them more and more, and that's it. Thank you.
Vero, and also with us is Sabino, our GM, Game Master.
Hi guys, it's good to see you again. I am Sabino, and I'm going to be again your every time DM for this session.
Very well. It's DM or GM? I never know, man.
I
Uh,
Some
think it's
people.
gonna be both because it's Dungeon Master and Game Master.
yeah,
So yeah.
it's dungeon master and game master because dungeon master is more referred to D&D, right? Because it's Dungeons
Mhm,
and
mhm,
Dragons.
mhm. Yeah, but there are no dungeons here, or maybe there
Or
are. I don't know.
maybe so.
We are not supposed to be going on to those.
In theory, we just see one like uh, little bird, the little raven just goes to in a cave, right?
No, no, no. But that's not. No, come on. That's just a cave. It's not a dungeon. There's a difference. That place was empty. If there's something life form inside of there, it's because it wants to.
There wasn't empty. There is a man with a mask searching for things.
No, but it wasn't exactly a cave. It was more of a tower there. Yes, the place that my raven went, it was a tower. It wasn't a cave. You went to a cave.
So,
You insisted on going to the cave.
guys, since we've been doing that every session from now on, I'm gonna ask it this time for the players to do a recap. So, since I know that Savio is taking notes of everything and Gabi is just cheering for him right now, could you please do a little recap for a session?
Ladies first.
Shit, I don't have the notes. Recap from when?
Maybe the last thing that happened to you guys last session. Remember where you were?
From last session to now, Sabe, just escaped a big deal. From last session to now, our characters finally, officially met the princess and the it's Chancellor
Yeah, the
The
vizier.
Chancellor, yeah.
and the Chancellor, the Vizier, for the very first time. And we are very nervous and very punctual to our meetings. And Savio's character, who is an Italian, during the fastings was humiliated. He barely left the room alive. And my character, who is an American, she just got inside, greeted everyone, was handed everything, and said, "Thank you for your presence here." And I'm like, "Thank you for this gift. Bye bye." The difference of treatment was just so huge. It was funny.
I think that's it. I think one thing is just interesting to say here, just a plus to what Gabi just said, that there is both we have contracts with them, papers in this case. Mine is just more okay if you can sign any moment, and you read that really calmly in a simple way to talk. But the mistake contracts, it's something more, how can I say that, strict. Like, just only she can read that, and when she read, she needs to destroy that contract, burn it or something like that. It's
Yeah,
something
real
really,
law.
yes, something really specific. Um, and that's it.
Okay, so you guys
Yeah.
do remember what happened the last session. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Well, it's good to know that you have remembered what your characters did, right? To be honest, it was kind of a difficult conversation that you had with the Chancellor and Belladonna, the princess. I also remember that the Chancellor and Belladonna didn't get on very well in the at least in public, and along with the contract that you guys received, right? That Savio's character Donatello received. There was this idea that they were trying to kind of check you out, and they certainly knew that you had something to do with Orestes, right? The Agamemnon, which is the merchant guild guild master, and is probably one of the most powerful men in the country of Belladonna. Well, today we start with the story exactly the same place that you guys were. So the narrative resumes 5 minutes after you left the table of the council chamber, where you just had the meeting with Leon and the princess. Donatello has a paper in his hands, right? But you have not shared what you have inside it with Gabi's character, Esther, right?
Yes.
One second.
And while you are thinking about if you're going to do that, you notice that a man dressed in this toga, yeah, which is the most common formal attire for the Belladonians, calls you, calls your attention, the attention of both of you, and says, "Please follow me," and stands on this large hallway that you are right now. At the other side of the hallway, he's waving at you and beckoning you, calling you to get closer to him. He seems to be an aide of the palace, one of the servants.
Well,
Hello, just
We
something.
don't have to follow some.
You are far from.
Sorry?
You are very far from the center of the camera. Could you please go a little more to the left, please? Okay, that's right. Thank you.
No worries. So the aide beckons you. He's calling you. He's around about 5 meters away from you. You can't see him very well from a distance. He just looks like a normal employee, normal servant of the palace.
oh,
What do you do?
according that we don't know anything in this place, and he works there. I think it's normal. We just follow him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, so you walk in his direction, right? You guys are on the other side of the room, and you reach these big doors. They're wooden and they look super old. To the side of the doors, there are some inscriptions in Greek letters. Savio's character Donatello cannot read them, right? But Gabi can. Gabi's character can.
Wow.
And Esther glances over and sees the word Jairos. Jairos. That means hands
In Greek or in Latin?
in Greek. Jairos. It's the same word that you see in Portuguese words like chiromancia, chiropraxia. It's the same origin. But in our alphabet, you write it like this. I'm writing on Discord. Right? Oops, I put on the wrong chat. Let me just like this. Okay. Now, the man opens the doors, and as he opens the doors, you notice that you are in another room. This room has 3 other doors. It's not the same room from which you entered the council chamber. Because what happened is that the room of the council chamber that you were before, you entered it on the second level of the building, of the palace. And it had 2 exits. You exited the room from the different exits that you entered. So it's a different way out. So now you're in a part of the palace that you've never seen. Around you,
First
yeah, it's the first time, right? Around you, you see that the blue glint of the lapis crystals is everywhere. The lapis crystal is this blue type of mineral that emits a glow. It's very similar to the lapis lazuli that we have in real life, which is a blue stone, a beautiful blue stone. But this one, it glows. And this is the raw material that we use to make levitation force technology. All around the castle, you see it used as decoration. So you notice that this blue glow is especially high in this area of the palace. For some reason, it's especially, yeah, especially lighter. To the left, you have a door. To the center, you have another. To the right, you have another door. The man is right in the middle of the room, and he says, "You're very welcome to this palace, Mr. Gronky and Mrs. Queen. I would like to give you a small tour of the palace, if possible. It's quite an ancient and beautiful relic of the past. And I do believe that it must be shown to our esteemed guests."
Sure.
Yes, of course.
You see here 3 different rooms. I will give you the choice to enter one of them first. To the left, you have the room of radiance. That room is known for being especially made to shine with the moonlight. And right now, since we are in the middle of the day, it would be not so interesting for you. But at night, it's a most beautiful place to be. To the center, there is the library, where we have many volumes, especially volumes related to our registries and histories of the royal family and the continuous stories of Belladonna. To the right, we have a beautiful place that is shown only to a few visitors. I would not say which place it is. Sorry. If you wish to enter, you will do so, and you'll find out what it is inside. So basically, he gave you 3 choices.
First one is useless. Second one is perfect. Third one is the secret door that always shows up on this kind of things that I do not trust. Savio, okay.
I didn't expect you just made a useless and most important and danger. Just get me. Sorry.
For some reason, my first thought is there's snakes inside of this room. I just came into my head. There's no good, no good, no good. Dangerous, dangerous room, dangerous room. The library is the right way, especially because finally we can search something about the royal family tree and finally get in Leon's mind why he's searching so much about Pollux and Castor.
I was about to say something, but I think it's just be a meta game, and well,
Please do. I'm not
sorry?
against metagaming. Please tell us.
Okay, it's just about to say that we are here just to see the place, not to get the books and search about that. But not now. You know, you just are here just to know and look for the places.
Are you
That's the thing.
sure?
That's an assumption. Yeah, you can have.
Wow.
Yeah. Maybe you're correct. Yeah.
Then what room are you guessing we should enter? If not the obvious library, which gain
The third.
us the secret room. Seriously.
Yep.
And your backing is gut. Gut feeling.
So, which door are you going to choose?
Esther is very clearly almost running from for the library.
You know, it's not like I'm gonna kill you or something. In 18 sessions, we got
Yeah.
one training combat, so you don't need to be worried about that or something like that.
I just hate combat. Should we be prepared for something? I did not bring my gun.
You did
No,
not.
you have the gun. I have the knife.
You did not?
You did not bring your
Huh?
knife with you.
No.
Oh,
Oh my god!
My character did not prepare for something like that, especially in other people's territory. She doesn't have the habit to go carrying weapons around. If she was searched and they found something on her, it would be terrible. We cannot go to the third one.
Oh boy. You could have stayed silent, right?
yep.
It would have been better, but yeah, now
Well,
it's public.
well, it's how this Sonic the Hedgehog music says: "Live and learn." You're living and maybe dying, but you're gonna learn, one way or another.
Oh,
Guys,
God.
come on, my character was not waiting for an adventure. She is a princess kind of girl. She's not prepared for adventure. Donnie at least was raised in the mafia. Esther was raised in
I was a singer and I'm a mafia man.
You are surrounded by mafia.
So, which door are you choosing? The middle
Okay,
one?
probably the second one, maybe.
Okay, the middle one.
Safest one. Since I'm unarmed. Last time Esther leaves the room without her knife.
Okay, so you can tell the guy to guide you and open the door for you. And
Which door?
the middle one, the second door.
The
Okay.
library.
Well, what happens is that when you say, "I would like to visit the library, please," the man says, "Oh, of course. I would just ask you to please, if you have any valuables or weapons, please leave them with me. The books are very valuable, as you know."
I have nothing.
You have nothing. Okay, sir. Very well.
So just
Miss?
do me a favor.
No light check.
Yeah, so do me a favor and do check please of psychic and mental.
Goodness, I didn't bring anything because last
The man-
time I did those.
The man is looking at you with a poker face, right?
No.
He does believe you. He does believe you. He thinks that you got nothing in you.
Okay, sir. I will trust you the word of a most dignified diplomat from the Republic of Italy. Ma'am? Madam? Miss?
I have nothing, only my bag. Don't look at me like that. Like any woman, I have makeup, notebooks, and things like that. That's it.
Well,
Look at me. If you are going to fight, you would makeup. Yeah, that's it. A weapon
it,
would be pencils.
this is not a James Bond movie, right? So you can't have like a
No,
gun in on your lipstick or something, which would be quite cool, by the way. A lipstick with a Lev Force gun or something. But he believes you guys, and he basically goes to the middle door and says, "Okay, please," and opens the door. As you enter, this is very similar to the library on the old tower that you saw in your dreams. Of course, this is much larger. This would be the largest library in the kingdom. So, you remember the Harry Potter movies, right? Remember the library of the Harry Potter stories? It's quite large. It has many floors. So you can imagine that it's something a little bit like that. It would be
Uh,
something closer to our reality.
it would be like this
Like,
image. I do got a representative image of the library.
yes,
Is that a ghost? No, someone is standing.
it's something that would remind you of Casa Real de Leitura in Rio de Janeiro. Gabinete Real de Leitura, which is a library in Rio de Janeiro, an imperial library. Never heard of it?
Heard, yes, but never been there. Have never been real.
Well, of course, it's large, and you need. You would spend days to find anything without help here. The man leads you inside and gives you a little spin around the main room. He shows you the reading desks. He shows you the lamps. You notice that instead of stairs to check the upper levels, there are platforms, elevated platforms that float and will take you from the lower level, to the highest level, or in between, and horizontally as well. So it's like an elevator, but much more
Like in a Mario game?
like in a Mario game. Okay, yeah, like the platforms in a Mario game. You've never played Mario?
Don't look at me like that.
Really?
There's only one joystick and my mother is the gamer of the family.
I you have, right, Savio de Albuquerque? Okay. So yeah, it's a bit like a Mario platform. The man also says to you, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Roat. Roat. And I have been here working as an assistant in this castle since I was a boy. So I know a lot about the stories of this place. Of course, there are things that I can tell you, but I will help you the royal family and the things about this country. So, whichever information or book you want to find, I will do that for you."
Could you show us a book covering the most you can show us about the Belladonna family tree?
Yes, ma'am. Just a moment, please. And he goes around and disappears.
Do we have a picture of this person so we can
He just covered with a mantle, and as soon as he turns out to get your book, he just shambles off, right? So
Just scurries off,
Yeah.
just disappears.
yeah,
That's
And
very suspicious.
you don't see, if you want a description, he's an older man, okay, maybe his 50s. His face is covered because he's wearing a gown, a hood and a gown with the toga. And he's dressed just like any other servant in the castle. There's nothing different about his appearance.
Okay.
Older people in Belladonna often cover their head. Right? It's a sign of respect. If a person covers their head, it means that they are humble towards gods, and it's elderly, and they should be respected. So this guy is like a high funcionário público,
Understood.
you know.
Public servant, yeah.
Very well.
O fiscal da União.
O fiscal da União.
Sorry. AGU.
He's like it's like okay, you talked about ENSS, right? It's like the guy who has worked in ENSS all of his life and knows all about ENSS, but he's not particularly powerful. Okay, this guy Road, his name is spelled like this.
Let's see.
Okay,
What?
so Road scurries off, and you guys have basically the library for yourselves.
It's a really large library.
Yes, we'll definitely get lost here without help.
Probably.
How many floors can I count?
About 4.
Okay.
Well. I think that's gonna be cause some problem to us. I don't know why.
As you take your time, you notice that there's another person close to you. It's a woman. And she's behind a desk. Her movements are like those of a rabbit. Have you ever seen a rabbit moving? No, the
They
rabbit
go
moves.
kind of slow, one foot after the other. Yeah. The big toads, right? The big ones that instead of jumping, sometimes they go tim, 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 like they are.
Yeah, are you talking about frogs or rabbits?
Oh, for some reason I thought frogs.
No. It's like a rabbit. You know, rabbits are like always moving fast, you know?
Yes, yes.
Thank
It's
Yes,
the opposite.
I got confused because I thought frogs. Poor Savio.
Yeah, a frog librarian would be an interesting character, maybe in Naruto or something like that.
It would be very fitting.
Yeah. So, you notice that this woman is messing up with books and papers really fast. And she's a small woman. She has like this. She's also old. She's wearing the hood and the toga of the public servants. And she doesn't really know. Our library.
We are just waiting for Mr. Rhodes to come back with some books for us.
Hello, man.
That's the truth.
Mr. Who?
Rod,
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
no, I think I pronounced it wrong, but am I pronouncing wrong, please?
Road. Road. Of course, of
Road.
course. I'm sorry, I forgot that you are foreigners. It's okay, you can mispronounce the names.
I apologize.
That is not a problem, ma'am. Well, I'm sorry. I must introduce myself. My name is Fidia. It's very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Miss Fidia.
Yes, I'm the librarian here. So if you need any information, you can ask me.
Thank you.
I see that my colleague has already entered with you and is trying to find a book for you. It's very nice of him, but this is actually my business, so I should have a conversation with him afterwards. Nevertheless, since you are here, do you have any questions about the castle or the library?
We are actually waiting for some books or information about the Belladonna royal family, the family tree, specifically.
Yes, the Belladonna royal family is very ancient. Even though they have only been kings and princesses for about 800 years. Before that, this country was divided into many other kingdoms. Oh, the founders, of course. The founder of this dynasty is a man called Menli. And you will see his name everywhere in the country. For example, there's this big falls in the middle of the mountains, right? That are called the Falls of Menli. And by the way, he built this castle and this city around 800 years ago. Into 4 different smaller kingdoms. And there was a great civil war. And many people died during that civil war. And Manly was the one who won. So he's known as the Great Unifier. He was a man who traveled all around the world. And he was the first to use gunpowder in our mixed with our levitation force technology. He created some very, very interesting weapons at the time. And with that, he conquered the whole island.
How long ago did you say again?
That was 824 years ago, precisely.
No, a little bad with numbers, especially in English. Could you please put the numbers down? Because I keep hearing 100.
0.
824 years ago, so that we are in
I was hearing
1930.
it right. Can someone please check it for me? When was gunpowder kind of discovered and openly used? Because in my head, it's like 300 years ago.
Not really, no, it's quite an old invention.
It's much, much older. Much, much
Yeah.
older.
So
Okay,
mainly lived in the kingdom was created in the 1100s, in 1110. So 824 years ago. The game happens in the year of 1934. So that was in the year 110.
Oh boy.
Sorry, 1110. 1110. Gunpowder is old. Yeah, it's from around that time. But it only arrived in Europe sometime after.
Yeah. I know
Um,
the inventors were the Asians, the Chinese, and so on. I know they are the ones who discovered and first used it, but I keep forgetting when. I'm not good with numbers or
Yeah.
date.
So I'm I'm back with the NPC. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mainly, he discovered gunpowder in one of his visits to China when he was doing business with the merchant guild of Fufluna, which was his original city. There were 4 different merchant guilds at the time. And being one of the first to contact Imperial China, he managed to get this technology and mix it with our levitation force and created some of the weapons that he used to, well, blow everything that he could during that war. There was much destruction. So you can imagine it's like bringing an atomic bomb to a boxing fight. That was what it felt at the time for them, I imagine.
Seems quite fitting.
Yeah, I just said that in my voice. I remember now because atomic bombs didn't exist in
yeah,
that
I
time
was
yet.
thinking about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So forgive me. It's the narrator speaking now.
Yeah, it does happen. It does happen.
Yeah. By the way, the atomic power was being developed at the time, 1934. It was in the process of being developed, but not ready. Far from it.
Yeah, I think I recently watched Oppenheim, and I think the program, Manhattan program, was already ongoing, was already on planning, but no one had any definitive plans about the type of bomb, the type of materials. No one had the recipe ready yet, but the program was already ongoing.
Yeah, I think in this time it was the beginnings of the program, or maybe it was still theoretical. But people did know of the possibility of a weapon. I remember that Einstein sent a letter to the president, FDR, and talking about the possibility of that. But that was when the Nazi Germany invaded and everything. Evil Italian thoughts about this information. As you are in the middle of this conversation, you notice that Road is back, and he's carrying this large tome. Man, this is the largest book you've ever seen in your life. Okay, imagine the largest Bible you have seen. Okay, it's bigger than that. He is carrying it, and you see that he's and he luckily he's not walking, he is levitating on the platform, and the platform is coming closer to you guys. He's just panting because he's carrying it with his arms.
That's just the struggle of holding it. He's not even carrying. He's just holding it.
Yeah, he's not a young person, right? And he's not like a big person, so it's like, holding a 20-liter water bottle, garrafão de água mineral in Daya, something like that.
If someone got the strength to throw something this size and this weight at your direction, run,
Yeah, the guy's struggling. Yeah. The platform gets closer to you and then lands just below, just a little bit below the desk of Philia. And it just, boof, lets the thing get down on the desk. Laid the thing down on the desk. This is a very large book, and it's the kind of book that needs more than one person to open.
I think that's your book.
Oh,
I think that's your book.
I think so too. Evil Italian thoughts about this information. I only read it now.
And as he's getting
Okay.
to you guys, he's just like struggling to get the book. You can perceive that his steps are getting really, really careful. Because, the book's so heavy. Because if he gets to you not in a not very cautious way, he may fall over and hurt himself really badly.
And myself? Me?
And
too?
and himself.
No, and myself too. Because if he falls and the book falls on me, it's too down.
Yeah, you're dead. Maybe.
Two persons in a single book, just like two birds in a single stick. It's two persons in a single book.
Oh God.
Thank goodness
Well,
I have a lot of.
you notice that the man is opening the book. The book needs keys to unlock. He has he takes out these keys from his pocket and starts prek, opening the locks with like 3 different keys. As he's doing that, you see that he starts to breathe a little bit better now, and he says, I'm sorry, people. The thing is, this book is very heavy. It's been used here for centuries, and just the amount of information that we have is... and it's updated every 20 years, so it will continue to grow. Please, Fidia, the last key. And Fidia looks at him like... and drops the key. Like, she doesn't like him, you can see that.
She's super pissed at him for letting us inside her library.
Yes.
When you say her library, my mind immediately clicked. Are we going to fight a boss in their lair or something like that? Is she going to throw books at us or something? I was getting ready for that.
If this were D&D, she would have like probably some powers that would make the books fly onto you or something, right? But that doesn't really happen in Belladonna.
Escaped. And every time that Savio just looks at like this, I know that's Donnie looking at judging Esther for her choice.
Exactly.
So, guys, what's happening is that the man gets the last key and unlocks the book. When it does that, puff, there is a little sound, and he asks you, Mr. Gronky, can you help me, please? And he's asking you to open the book with him.
Hey, just checking, isn't Esther stronger than Donnie?
Yes,
Probably.
Esther got one more point in physical than Donnie. So yeah, Esther is stronger than Donnie.
Of course. I
This
can't.
is a sexist society, okay? So
It's like,
Yes, Virgil.
yes, I can help. And he just goes to the oh god, the man rather to help him to open the book. Man,
you guys struggle a little bit, right? The cover is heavy, man. It's made of metal, right? This book is a shield. Is armor.
Sávio gave up. Sávio gave up.
man, sorry to say that, but this shit is a weapon.
It is, yeah. Could be used, yeah.
Okay,
Actually, he almost knocked
not understand why he's falling. Was just
I mean, I'm not going to say that, but if you wanna fuck up the RPG, you can use something to levitate the book and start hitting people with it.
That's a good idea.
I understand that. Man, this book have 4 lockers in a right. 4.
Four locks, yeah, four
Oh.
locks.
I think it's large lockers.
Yeah.
4 large lockers. Sound effect, and it's made of
The color
metal.
is metal.
Yeah.
Man,
And he's gigantic. At this point, the only thing that surprises me yet is the fact that they still are letting us read this book. I think at this point they're just doing everything. Imagine if Esther didn't know Greek, didn't know Latin, and she asked that they bring her this book, did all of that. They opened the book and Esther's like, I don't know how to read this. Imagine. They're giving so much that
the third
I
door
don't
is
even know
the
if they
choice.
could
I know.
bring it.
I knew that the third door it's the right one.
No, I didn't bring my weapon. I didn't
Well,
bring my weapon. I'm gonna do
if-
that next time.
You could also get this book, and put it, use it as a fry pan to fry some eggs, a hamburger maybe. That would be possible, man. All right, so as he's opened the door, right, and then you have the book in front of you. It has the lineages, the family trees of the Manly family. That's how you call the royal family. It's the Manly family, or the Manlids,
Because of the founder.
because of the founder. It just like in many aristocracies, there are no surnames for the richest families. Some of them have surnames, but others is just like they just use proper names, right? And so on. So the Manlids, because they were the descendants of Manly. Well, the man says it's all yours, and you are free to browse the book. Do you want me to read to you the index?
Yes, please. But we can take over after that.
Of course. You notice that the letters are all in Greek, right?
So far,
you
so
can
good.
you can read that. Also, they're all handwritten. Nothing is typed. And on the index of the book, you see the centuries, right? And starts in the 12th century BCE. Sorry, CE, Common Era. Common Era.
Okay.
Common Era.
Okay, I was about to ask before Christ.
No,
Seriously?
that's not. Not that wouldn't be possible. Even though Belladonna is older than Christ, much older.
Yeah, but they are descendants of Greeks. Greeks came before Jesus, literally,
Yeah.
because Jesus, Jesus was born during the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was literally the offspring of Greeks.
Yeah. Actually, Belladonna's history goes on to the immemorial times. We don't really know when it started. At least we don't know that publicly, right? People don't really know. But this dynasty has started in the 12th century. So it has 12th century, 13th century, 14th century, and it ends in the 20th century. That's where we are now. Where would you like to go to?
The issue that it starts on the 12th century. Esther's just thinking. Don't they have anything older? But she's not gonna say that after the struggle of arriving with this book.
Well,
It's your book.
What the index has about the mainly genealogy? They have anything in the book predating him?
well, if you go, do you want to go to the beginning of the book?
Yeah, the index.
Right. On the index, there is a small paragraph, 12th century, and it says page 22. Do you want to go to that page?
Is there anything in the index relating to the Civil War?
Well, that would be before the dynasty, right? So maybe you should check that page. It might say something about that.
Yes, before the dynasty.
Yeah. So you open, you struggle a little bit again because there are many pages. Not so many because it's only 22 pages, but still they are heavy. You know, it's like cartolina de trabalho escolar, like those big school papers that paper cardboard papers. It's more or less like that. It's that size. You go to page 22. When you arrive at page 22, yeah, very much so. Page 22 says 12th century, the beginnings of the Manly dynasty. And I will read you the first paragraph, okay? At the times of King Manly, the one who has created Astu, the young heir of the royal family, Prince Metis, decided to leave the palace and explore the recently founded capital. He dressed as a citizen and went around the labyrinths of the Suburra. There, in the first ray of light at dawn, he saw men working and women taking care of animals and kids and guards looking at everybody. He entered into a pub and ordered wine. That's the first paragraph. Do you want me to keep reading?
No, I want Sabe to take note because that sounds like instructions for another puzzle that we have to solve. For Sabe, me.
It goes on, right, talking about the story of this Prince Metis. But I don't think that's relevant maybe to your question at the moment. Your microphone's muted.
No, I don't think it is. It's okay here on Discord.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Gabi,
But,
please,
you can hear Gabi?
please turn off the call and enter again, please. On the Discord. Oh, Wi-Fi. Okay.
Wi-Fi. Oh.
Okay.
But
Gabi, can you say something? Let's just check your voice. Can you say something, please?
Yeah, we're not hearing you.
No.
I don't think she's listening to.
It's back?
Okay, it's back.
Yeah.
It's back. Yeah.
Now we can
It
hear
was
you.
the Wi-Fi. Always the internet.
So, the first paragraph of the 12th century is telling a story about the king and the prince, the first male heir of the dynasty, Prince Metis. And it's the beginning of a story.
Prince Metis.
Yeah, Metis.
Hmm.
You can continue reading, or if you want to, you can skip, go to another part of the book.
I'm generally as roller. I'm really struggling to get the name right. Is there any part here that predates the Manly dynasty?
Well, there is a part of the book which is in the introduction that tells you a little bit about the story of the beginning of the dynasty. Would you like to go there?
Yes, please.
Okay, now Sabino, I want you to speak to to take over because I need to get a physical book with that story. A moment, please.
Okay.
Physical book with that story.
Yeah.
Did you
Okay.
print it? Is a real book with real history?
Okay, you have found some problems here now.
Are we is this a history class top of an English class?
Well,
Wasn't prepared.
maybe.
Sometimes, right?
Yeah.
I just discovered that gunpowder is much older than I thought it was.
I think we have problems now.
Why though?
Why?
History is not my thing.
Well, that's okay.
I'm kind of okay with history, but I'm terrible with dates. Dates and places. I'm terrible with those. But
I remember that. So
I kind of know the cultures, the progress of the points in history, and some things like that. Which country was most powerful? What region were the not but the materials and so on.
understood. Well, we'll just pick a book to get more in the history narrative.
Get more in character.
That's
The
like
biggest you found. Which one is that one?
It's four books here.
Or
Guys, give me please just a moment. I got to do something real fast.
Okay.
I have returned.
Yeah.
Hello.
Reader's Digest. Oh, that's an old one.
I don't know that book. I don't know that one.
Guys, this is the Red Book of Belladonna.
Oh my god.
That sounds fair.
Yeah. If I die, you publish this, okay?
Okay.
And that's not the largest one I have here.
Please don't kill me to get the
Right.
secret.
Probably,
We won't. We won't. We won't. We won't spoil the.
probably the largest one.
Which one? Which one? Now I'm curious. Oh, that's nice. Come on. Dinosaur Encyclopedia. And it. Oh, I can you. Oh my God, that's an old book. That's an old one. Hey, it's very well kept. Congratulations. And that's pretty.
So, are you ready to listen to the story?
I think
Yes.
there is.
Kingdom and devastated everything.
Sorry about that. My internet just fell off and this stream fell too, but it's okay now.
Oh man. Are we back?
Yeah, we are back.
So should I read again?
Please.
Please.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, guys, I am translating from the Portuguese. This is written in Portuguese originally, so I'm translating live. So I
Okay.
might make some mistakes.
Okay.
This is the history of Manly and Metis. It is the introduction for the Royal Lineage book, which is the big metal book that you have in your hands. At the times of the King Manly, the unifier, the 12th century, the young Prince Metis decided to leave the confinement of the palace. The king had forbidden for any member of the royal family to leave the borders, the frontiers of the Blue Palace. His intransigence had a basis of reality. King Manly had lost all of his family members at the War of the Four Cities that divided the country and devastated the kingdoms. He was born in the small city of Fufluna. If you look at the map, the Belladonna map, can you put it, the world map, please, Sabine? You will notice that is the small city to the left of the map. The small port city of Fufluna. Manly was part of the old nobility, descendant of the Etrurians that migrated to Belladonna a few centuries after the Rising. There is a footnote with the word Rising. It was an event that happened in immemorial times when an old continent succumbed and the survivors rose the piece of land that lasted from that continent. That piece of land would become the floating island of Belladonna. So that's a little bit of the story of the origin of the island. Manly went high in life through commerce. When he joined the Fufluna Merchant Guild and traveled the world around, making fortune with mining, and spices. When he returned to Belladonna, he saw that the island was absolutely devastated by chaos and by war. Aritium, which is one of the cities close to Fufluna, Aritium and Fufluna rebelled against the monopoly of the Asian routes, controlled by Velsena and Tarkna. You remember Velcena, that's the first city that you visited. It's also one of the oldest. Tarkna is the city to the east of the island. So basically what happened is that these 4 cities, they made alliances and were divided into blocks. These blocks fought for control of the kingdom. So the western and eastern sides of Belladonna, they turned back against each other, causing a civil war that lasted for 3 years. The young captain saw the opportunity to take over power. And with his flotilla that recently arrived from China, bringing precious cargo, gunpowder. So remember what gunpowder is in Portuguese? Pólvora, right? The use of that technology, so far unknown in most of the continent and most of the planet, would be something revolutionary in the Bellic art, the art of war of Belladonna. Together with levitation force, gunpowder permitted the creation of the Basilica cannon. The Basilica cannon was the first weapon that of mass destruction of that time. And it was an ancestor of the weapon that was used by the Sultan Mehmet of the Turkish Empire to destroy the walls of Constantinople a few centuries later. The cannon was driven by lev force, and it was used in naus. So the naus would carry the cannon, and it would charge the shot, and then when the bullet flew, the recoil was so strong that the naus would move back hundreds and hundreds of meters, so they had to be tied. It was a very difficult thing to use, but it was absolutely massive. And if they weren't floating ships, they would be absolutely destroyed by the recoil of the weapon. Yeah. In the first battle that Manly and his sailors participated, Basilica put down with only one shot the old tower of the guild castle of Velcena. Remember the building that you met Orestes? That is the new building. The first one was destroyed by this cannon. Yeah. This after the same place would be rebuilt by the King Verus III, and it would be known as the Guildmaster's Hall. It's the one that you visited. That amazing demonstration of power brought fear and lack of hope to the men in Velcena. Velcena, which had been one of the largest of the commercial cities, which merchant navy had profited a lot by commerce with Venice and Genoa, saw its pride and arrogance absolutely destroyed, together with the tower of the city. After Velcena was subjugated, Tarkna, the smallest of the cities, close to the mountains, saw itself without conditions to continue the war and capitulated. The western fold of Belladonna was then all in the hands of Manly, now elected strategos, that means general in Greek. Strategos of Fufluna and Aritium by his men. By dominating the eastern part of the floating island, Manly took the city of Velcena as yours, as his. And the ruin of the tower was left there for many decades and years as a reminder to the citizens that this new lord of the country had them in the palm of their hands. Manly, knowing that he had time in his favor, stayed in Velsenna as his new bastion during the winter of 1107, bringing with him food coming from his naus. And that was a very good thing for the population of Velsenna and for the village on the mountains. So the cities were at war for 3 years, and there was this famine, this hunger. So mainly took food from other countries, from outside Belladonna, and gave to the starving population of the cities. So by doing that, people were thankful, grateful. Tarkton, which was the last city to get into the war, soon capitulated, right, in front of the power of the navy, and was more or less preserved, while Velsenna was completely destroyed. Tarkna was constantly giving lapis crystals and mining materials from the mountains and wood for the forests. So while the West was starving, the East was recovering its defenses and preparing itself for the last final attack. The alliance of Fufluna and Aritium was small, was weakening. And while Aritium was still controlling the strategic transports of rivers, the rivers Pontus and Tyrrheniums, Fufluna was still maintaining the last outside route, merchant route, that connected to Africa and to Constantinople. Even though the ships of Fufluna and Aritium were being chased by the naus of Manly. So what happened in this time of the war, that it was the West was still rebelling, and the East was in the hands of Manly. So that was before the unification. Yeah. So far, guys, any questions?
Just to be sure. The all Manly family was killed, or just that, in the times of the war, right?
Yes.
And the thing is, he goes to the China, for example, and when he got back, the war was just in his climax. That's it.
Yes, the war was in a stagnation, right? So what he did was he destroyed the Velsenna, and which was the strongest city, and by doing that he conquered the east of the island. With that manpower and the gunpowder and the population support, he decided to unite the forces of the East under his control and prepare to attack the West. Now, the fun aspect here is that the West is where he comes from. So he was going to attack his own city and his family.
Understood.
Yeah.
Man, he had to iron nerves in this time, so oh my gosh.
It
On
was a
more
difficult.
standard, that was super painful and unbelievable hard. But on strategic senses, it was
Wasn't
good for him because he knew how to bring it down if it was where he came from.
Yes.
Manly and Mattis. Okay, just to
Yeah.
be sure.
So Mattis was not born yet, or maybe he was. We don't know. He was. If he was born, he was probably a little baby. right? Um,
Right.
so he was
Oh,
not with Manly at the time.
just a little question. I don't think that has insured here, but there. Sorry, but there. It tells in some places. How old was he? Mainly.
He was in his 30s, around 35, 36, something like
Oh,
that.
okay. Just to be sure, I was thinking something. Theorizing something. Thank you.
He spent 10 years abroad, right? And, sorry, 10 years, 3 years abroad.
Oh, okay.
So he left when he was like maybe 30, 29, something like that, and returned when he was 34, something like that. And so he spent this time that he was outside, the war started. Basically, was that. He
Understand.
couldn't have participated in the war with his family because he was abroad. But there is a reason why he needs to attack his family. Not his family, but
His homeland.
his homeland, right? Fufuluna had been controlled for generations by the family of Zarcus. They were descendants of these Etrurians that founded the island at the time of the rising. Zarcus was the name of the father of Mendy. Okay? At that time, sorry, the grandfather of Mendy, Zarcus. At the time of the story, that the story begins, when Manly is outside abroad, the Duke was Menno, which was the brother of Manly, and the son of the old Duke called Agar. So grandfather Zarcus, the big guy of the dynasty. The father is Agar, and the brothers Menu and Menli. Okay? Menu and Menli, they didn't have a very good relationship. Basically, Menli went out to find riches and adventures after his father died, right? And his brother was basically there taking care of the country, of his city. 10 years before, in the story, that's when he left the country. And Manu and Manly, even though they had grown together, they never went really well with each other. They never got on well with each other. The hesitating and anxious personality of the older brother, Menu, frequently was into conflict with the tenacity and the resoluteness of the young one, Manly. Two things they had in common: the passion for money, beautiful objects, and for the beautiful Iris. Iris was a woman.
Oh shit.
So they liked money, they liked beautiful objects of art, and they both liked one beautiful woman. That is never good, right? Especially when they're brothers. The beautiful Iris, she was the daughter of the biggest businessman, grain merchant of the city of Fufuluna. And even though she was not noble, right? She had the beauty, the intelligence, and the costumes, the ways, the politeness expected of a noble woman. The dispute of the two brothers got to a difficult moment when Menu gave to the father of Iris a dowry. Dowry in Portuguese is what we call o dote. dote de casamento. So this dowry was so much money and so many objects of luxury that it was something never before seen.
He was basically buying his daughter.
Basically,
Hey,
yeah.
here's some money, give me your daughter. It was basically that. And it was not surprising or disconnected with the time period in the culture.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. So as you said, Romulus and Remus vibes, yeah, a little. There are many brothers, famous brothers. I think about Cain and Abel as well
Yeah,
from the Bible.
there's
Oh my
even
god, I just think
the
something.
same the Cain
Uh,
syndrome because the urge to kill one another.
Yeah.
I just picked something now.
What?
What?
Uh, I say it later. I say it later. Oh gosh, we have some problems here. Are really good problems here?
We gotta have a problem here.
Boy, we have many problems.
Gabi, don't understand what I'm
Hmm?
thinking about.
Well, you can't read his mind, right?
Send me.
Exactly. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
See you
So
later.
if I may continue, um, so they have these two things in common: the passion for beautiful objects, money, and for the beautiful iris. Now, Menu offered the old father of Iris this huge dowry, this huge amount of money for her hand in marriage, and asked that's how you do it, right? In these patriarchal societies, you ask the father, "Can I have the hand of your daughter?" The father said, "Yes, yeah, please," and this is the bank account. When he arrived at the house and he tried to find Iris, she was not there. She had escaped with Manly to a place in the map. Sabino, if you could maybe take a snapshot. It's to the north and west extreme part of the map. It's called the Forlornmost Watchtower. In Portuguese, Atalaia Solitária.
I'm just showing the people on the screen right here, the port.
That's great. So the Forlornmost Watchtower, guys, it's the farthest place in Belladonna. It's a little island, smaller than Aegis Skyport, that only has a watchtower that serves as a watchtower, as a lighthouse for ships. They escaped there. He took a naw and went there. And there, in that small piece of land and floating rock, in the farthest place in Belladonna, Iris and Manly would pass the most tender and beautiful days of their lives.
What a honeymoon.
In the Forlornmost Watchtower, flourished their love, and also flourished inside Iris's womb the one that would become the Prince Metis, the first of the royal lineage. So they spent 3 months there just making love, and singing songs to each other, writing poetry, eating grapes and honey.
Honeymoon.
And that it was a literal honeymoon, right?
Fuck the war. We are not in war.
Yeah.
Stop war, make love.
Fuck my brother, right? Fuck my brother, fuck everybody. while that happened and they were there in that little corner of the planet, the rest of the country was preparing for war. Okay. There were alliances being made. And one moment, at one day, right, in the spring of 1108, the beautiful Iris gave birth to a child. The child was born strong, red, pink, right? And it was like the crowning of the love between those two young people in Fufluna. Of course, that situation could not take very long to change. One day, one of the Naus appeared in the island, the small island, and it was Odoaker, which was Manly's best friend. Odoaker. This guy was like the best friend of Manly and also his lieutenant. So it's the guy who is like the second in command. And he came bringing some news, right? He basically said to them, in the beginning of fall, when the temperature and the leaves started to go down, he brought the last message of Agar, Manly's and Menno's father. The message read, I am dying. Your mother and I know about the child. Go back and become Duke. Your brother has accepted exile and is going to China as a diplomat. Iris will be forgiven by her father, and your relationship will be recognized. You will be married legally. Come soon. I want to see your face before I walk the paths of Hades. Your father, Duke Agar.
The
Mainly-
definition of I did everything wrong and he still won the lottery.
Well, Manly asked Odoaker, who gave the letter to him, right? And Odoaker said, I received it from your mother's handmaid, your mother's servant. The mother, her name was Duchess Leto. Okay? Her name was Leto. And he also said, Odoaker said to Manly, your father got sick really quickly at the end of spring and has not left bed for 2 weeks. So the man was dying, right? The Manly turned to his wife and to his newborn child and to Odoaker and said, it is very saddening to me, but I must leave you here in this forlornmost watchtower. But I must hold the hands of my father one last time. I have a duchy in my responsibility. He said that while the woman held the boy firmly in her hands, and the boy was crying.
Maybes.
Yeah. He said to her also, stay here because I believe my brother might do some harm to you if you return to Belladonna. With that, Benny kissed the boy Metis, kissed Iris, and left the forlornmost watchtower in Odoaker's ship. As he was returning, he moved and said to Odoaker, In truth, I believe that the letter is a fake. Because my father has never mentioned the name of the old gods. He was not religious. He didn't care for Hades or any other gods of the pantheon, being the pragmatic main that he was. I believe that we're going back to a trap. Go back to Aritium and Velsena, get men and ships. We are at war now. As you were reading those words, the librarian started to cough. And she collapsed on the desk in front of you. When you looked behind you, Road was not anywhere near you.
Is he going to blame her death on us?
Maybe.
No, come on. If it wasn't your idea before, don't gonna steal it from me. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
And as soon as you turn around to look for the man that just vanished, you notice something. The door that was behind you, that you just entered, is just closing by, and you hear the click of it being locked.
Wreck.
Savio is laughing and Gabi is.
We are so screwed.
And our session stops here for today.
So screwed. Why do you guys do this to us?
I'm glad you.
Once again, in Vampire.
It's a perception check, right?
Perception check, yeah.
Or an empathy in this case. Yeah.
Yeah, should have done that, man. You trusted the guy too much.
No,
I knew it.
You know,
I knew the third door is the right one.
the third door was a toilet.
Man, if it's the it's the best place we need to go. We wants to go.
Oh boy.
I can't believe someone killed the librarian and put the blame on us. And and I was thinking it was suspicion the moment they arrived with the book, because I was very ready for them to say, it's classified information, you can read those. But no, go ahead, open this very clear, this special book. I was like, something's going wrong here, but I'm like, I'm not sure if it's a trap or